These feel like good moves for the Colorado Rapids, Herc, but what about the players themselves? What do you think from the player perspective?
Listen, one thing we need to take into account when we're talking about Brandon Vasquez, or we're talking about Miles Robinson, or we're talking about, Zack Steffen, Djordje Mihailovic, whatever the case may be, is this pool, it's as deep as it's ever been, the U.S. men's national team pool. The American pool, I should say, not even the U.S. men's national team pool, the American pool. And what I mean by that is not every single player that goes abroad will be part of the U.S. men's national team setup. Maybe a pool, so to speak, but they won't be part of the setup. So it's okay for each one to individually do their thing, decide what's best for their future. And Djordje Mihailovic is a player that tried it, it didn't work out, and maybe that wasn't his level. Maybe his level is Major League Soccer to be very successful for the Colorado Rapids. Maybe that's the case. I don't feel that's the case for Zack Steffen. I think for Zack Steffen, this is Zack Steffen thinking to myself, listen, I tried it, I tested it, I've not gotten the offers. I need to play in Europe, realistic offers, for City, for myself, in the championship, whatever the case may be. Let me go down here, okay, and play again. Let me go down here and feel confident again. If I want to be part of the U.S. men's national team setup with these goalkeepers who I think are struggling, if I want to be there, I need to play. If I want to be there, I need to be looked at. This is an opportunity for Zack Steffen to be looked at. At one point, he was Greg Berhalter's boy. I don't know how damaged or severed that relationship is from going from being, that's my guy, Greg Berhalter's my guy, I'm his guy, he's my coach, to not being one of the three best goalkeepers, from being the starter to not one of the three best goalkeepers and being out of the World Cup is a tough pill to swallow. So maybe that's his way of getting back in that picture. Now, for the Colorado Rapids, I applaud you for being ambitious. I really do, but who is making these decisions? The three Colorado.
You don't like these moves.
I'm not talking about Zack Steffen. I'm just talking about it in general. You brought Chris Armas, the DPs that they have. They're on the hook now for Cabral, one of the DPs. It was last year. It was the Galaxy. They're on the hook now for him.
Steffen's not a DP deal, right?
No, he's not a DP deal. He's not a DP deal. But you can see that there are certain positions you spend on, you should spend on, you can spend on, and there are others that maybe you shouldn't. I'm of the vein in Major League Soccer, you shouldn't spend that much on goalkeepers, because I think the American goalkeeper has been historically a stronger position, and you could find value elsewhere. MLS Next, the Columbus Crew have a champion who came out of LNX. Schulte's a very good goalkeeper. So be smarter with your money. And I'm not saying Zack Steffen's not a very good goalkeeper, but some of these decisions, I'm glad you're spending. I really am, because I was with the Rapids when Stan Kroenke decided to make a stadium but not come out to opening day. So I'm glad that you're spending, but some of these decisions are a little head-scratching.
From the player perspective, man, the only thing I would ask is, what were the other options for these guys?
Right.
Because clearly they need to relaunch their career. And if your best option to relaunch your career is not only to go back to Major League Soccer, Herc, but to go to what is universally thought of as the worst-run organization, or one of the worst-run organizations in all of MLS.
It's not DC United.
There's a few others, but Colorado's right at the top or bottom of that list, however you want to word it.
Yeah, it's definitely top
You
three.
got to be desperate. You got to be desperate to make a move like this, I think. And good on these guys if that's where they feel that their careers are. Can I give you the odds for Colorado to win MLS Cup, since you don't believe in the Rapids? Plus 10,000. So I think that means a $10 bet gets you $1,000.
It's Major League Soccer. Like, there are haves and have-nots, absolutely. But we're seeing cases where you could be in the dumps and make a run. Look at Houston. Houston was 2 games away.
There you go. So Colorado Rapids signing both Zack Steffen and Djordje Mihailovic.